The council chamber was silent. Every species was celebrating. But Lira stood alone with the star charts flickering before her. Something was wrong. A new waveform pulsed through the galactic network. Slow, haunting, ancient. She froze. It wasn't human. It wasn't machine. It wasn't anything recorded in the archives. The analysis drone spoke. Origin, unknown. Location, beyond mapped space. Classified as impossible. A chill crawled down her spine. Lira whispered, "Aric, what did we wake up?" The signal struck again. Louder this time. Like a heartbeat made of planets dying. Screens across the chamber exploded with data. Star coordinates, chronological decay patterns, extinction markers. It wasn't a distress signal. It was a warning. A countdown. A memory from a civilization so old. Even the stars had forgotten its name. And buried inside the static. A final decoded sentence. "We remember humanity." Lira's breath trembled. Someone behind her whispered, "Aric saved us from the dying galaxy." But something older than the galaxy was waiting. Darkness eclipsed the holographic walls. And every civilization realized at the same time. Humanity didn't come back to save the galaxy. They came back because something is coming for it. Something unstoppable. Something ancient. Something aware. Fade out. The galaxy slept uneasily. But Lira didn't. Not after what she'd seen. She stood alone aboard the Seraphine. Star charts flickering before her like wounded ghosts of dying suns. The data was undeniable now. This wasn't the first extinction wave. There had been others. Entire epochs. Entire civilizations. Entire star ages erased. Something had done this before. Something ancient. Something patient. And now, it had awakened. A soft hum filled the chamber as she accessed forbidden archives. Cosmic decay records. Gravitational memory maps. Chronosignature fossils. All pointing toward one terrifying truth. The dark wave humanity stopped. Was merely the warning tremor. Not the catastrophe itself. The intercom activated. "Captain Lira, the Galactic Council demands immediate audience." She stepped into the holospace. Leaders of 37 civilizations appeared. None spoke. None breathed. One elder finally asked, "Captain, do you confirm the translation?" Lira nodded. Voice tight. "Yes." "Say it," another urged. Lira exhaled. Humanity was not the first. Shock detonated across every hologram. Panic rippled. Someone whispered, "But the countdown?" Lira swallowed. "It ends in 9 days." Chaos erupted. Fear. Denial. Shouting. But then, every hologram fractured. A new signal forced its way into the chamber. Unauthorized. Impossible. It was Aric Hale. Alive. Change. Energy radiated from him like living starlight. His voice cut through the council. "Do not fear the countdown." He paused. "The countdown is not to destruction." His eyes met Lira's. "But to arrival." The galaxy froze. Suddenly, alarms screamed through the bridge. Sensors overloaded. Space distorted. Lira turned toward the viewport. Reality bent. As if something enormous was pushing into their dimension. Stars recoiled. Gravity cracked. The void itself trembled. A shape emerged in the darkness. Not a ship. Not a creature. Something older. Something carved from impossible geometry. Drinking starlight. Mirroring extinction itself. The first ancient enemy. A whisper echoed through every mind. Not spoken with sound, but with memory. "We arrived long before humanity. We will remain long after." Lira staggered. Aric whispered, "They've seen us." The ancient Leviathan opened like a cosmic wound. 9 days was not a warning. It was an invitation. Fade out. The first battle. No one was ready. Not even the ascended humans. The ancient enemy drifted at the edge of the system. Vast. Silent. Eternal. A void made of memory and hunger. Even the stars dimmed around it. Cross swords, the battle begins. The first Martian fleets arrived through quantum gates. Slick. Radiant. Alive. Their hulls glowed with solar-forged runes. Their weapons pulsed with stellar cores. Commander Aric Hale led the formation himself. Silver skin burning with energy. Eyes glowing brighter than ever. "Humanity stands," he broadcasted across the void. "For all life." The Leviathan answered. Not with words, but with annihilation. A single ripple of distorted gravity tore through a dozen ships in silence, as if they had never existed. Lira gasped. This wasn't war. This was erasure. High voltage, the counterstrike. Aric issued a single command. Anchor mines. Release the chain. Human consciousness linked across the fleet. Thousands of ascended human minds sinking, forming one collective will. A supermind. A unified species. The fleet's weapons ignited. Solar beams. Chrono disruptors. Quantum imploders. Light crashed against darkness. Reality shook. For the first time in eons, the ancient enemy recoiled, as if surprised. Red square the cost. But victory did not come freely. Every attack drained the human collective. Their bodies trembled. Noses bled. Spines cracked under psychic strain. They were burning their very souls to fight. Yet they did not stop. Because someone had to. Because no one else would. Because that is human. New moon the reveal. Then the enemy changed. It expanded, shifted, unfolded, revealing a second shape inside the first. A weapon of impossible design. A star-crushing cannon formed from negative mass. Lira whispered, voice trembling. Aric, what is that? Aric stared into the collapsing void. A memory, he answered. From the civilization it destroyed before us. The cannon charged. Space cracked. The universe itself screamed. Aric shouted. Brace impact. White light devoured everything. Fade out. The ancient enemy struck without warning. Aric Hale stood at the front of the Martian vanguard. His armor burning with solar energy. His eyes glowing like dying stars. He aimed the ascendant star cannon directly into the void, pulling power from a dead sun. The cannon roared. A beam of living starlight tore through space and hit the ancient enemy. For a moment, everyone dared to hope. But then, the impossible happened. The creature absorbed the blast and replied. A spear of darkness struck Aric's ship, shattering its shields, tearing through its hull. Lira watched in horror as Aric was knocked backward, energy burning across his suit, life readings collapsing. The vanguard fleet broke. The ancient enemy closed in. Aric tried to stand, fell, and fell silent. The galaxy was moments from death. Milky Way, but then, the Martian warriors rose. One by one. 600 ascended humans, their bodies forged by Mars. Their minds united through the quantum soul link. They lifted Aric up and shared their strength with him. Their voices became one. We rise together. And Aric rose again. Cross swords, the final charge. This time they didn't fire a cannon. They became the weapon. The warriors merged their energy into Aric, turning him into a living star heart. He charged once more. The ancient enemy leapt to destroy them. Aric smiled and unleashed the second fire. A blast so bright, the void itself recoiled. The ancient enemy screamed, truly screamed. For the first time in eternity. This time, the darkness cracked. This time, they succeeded. This time, humanity won. Studio microphone final line. In that moment, every warrior understood. Humanity was never dangerous because they fought wars. Humanity was dangerous because they refused to stay dead. Fade out.